All right, wonderful people, welcome back to this wonderful channel where we bring you back-to-back update and information as it is hot. Without wasting much of your time, let's go down to the full detail of the information as it is hot. Sharp. IPOB lawyer don advise the Nigerian government to investigate an Austria-based Nigerian that have advised that all Ndi Igbo should be poisoned. O setela. Meanwhile, ndị be anyị si na ekene gafe nku aka na nya bụ ekene obago ife ọzọ. But let's go down to the full detail of the information before I'll come back for my analysis. The Council for the Indigenous People of Biafra, Sir Ifeanyi Ejiofor, has called on the federal government to immediately investigate an Austria-based Nigerian identified simply as Mr. Kingsley for calling for the poisoning of Ndi Igbo children wherever they are. In a statement on Tuesday, Ejiofor said the prevailing selective action by the federal government has necessitated the call for the immediate investigation of the Austria-based Nigerian for his hate speech, as no action has been taken yet on the issue. The statement read in part following the condemnable hate speech from one Kingsley in Austria and a subsequent outburst by Amaka Patience Sombaga in Canada, evidence abound that the federal government had promptly and without entertaining any delay expeditiously reached out to the Canadian authorities to investigate Amaka. Further, if the information available in the media is accurate, Amaka has been suspended from work while the investigation is ongoing. However, we are yet to see a similar action against Kingsley, who initiated the hate speech debate. It is equally important that the federal government takes swift action regarding Kingsley, who vile call for the poisoning of Igbo children on August 29, 2024, has shocked and horrified many, which equally necessitated Amaka's outburst. Therefore, I strongly urge the federal government, especially Dr. Abike Dabiri Erewa, to engage with the Austrian government to ensure that Kingsley is thoroughly investigated and sanctioned accordingly for his reprehensible action. He will have no place to hide. This one is coming from the social media. This is social media banter that has been going between Ndi Igbo and the Yorubas. And the banter started with a Yoruba man, but as it is, when an Igbo girl responded, the federal government took it serious, but they have not actually investigated the person who actually began that particular banter. And I would say that that one is partiality on the side of the government, for the government being judgmental and not facing their judgment squarely. At least if the judgment is issuing punishment to anybody on cyber bullying, I think the both parties should be questioned. For inside Imo State, inside Imo State, we don't hear kepu say the NIG them boys where we say they don't dey for that area. The information where we say they drop for my table say those boys don't collect woto. I asked who they give them woto. The information where they drop, they say they say na Simon about them boys, so say those boys know they hear. They say as they be, the boys entered where the NIG then army boys they camp, and they open their granates as they bomb the granates, and they do waiting no good to the boys where we say that them be the NIG boys. And I say, oh NIG boys, waiting una they do, I be una know they fear. They say they know they fear. They say may they do hand to hand. Say if boys and boys do I got maram belabo in Kebo. Meanwhile, Nnamdi Kanu's freedom will end insecurity in the southeast. Ejimako, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer Aloy Ejimako has said that every single insecurity that is happening in the southeastern part of Nigeria is in Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's destiny to end each and every one of them. Let's go down to details. Aloy Ejimako led counsel to Nnamdi Kanu, leader of the Indigenous People of Biafra, IPOB, on Saturday said the release of the pro-Biafra agitator will end insecurity in the southeast. Ejimakor said those preventing Kano's freedom are profiting from the insecurity in the southeast. Posting on X, the lead counsel said Kano is etched in the hearts and minds of legions. According to Ejimakor, it may be hard to understand the mind of man, but one thing that is certain is that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is etched in the hearts and minds of the legions. You can bet that insecurity will come to a halt once MNK is freed. Anyone blocking his release is profiting from the insecurity in the southeast. Kanu has been detained since June 2021 when he was rearrested and subjected to extraordinary rendition from Kenya to Nigeria. While incarcerated, the insecurity in the southeast has risen to the highest point, with killing and kidnapping being the order of the day. This one is coming from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer, Aloy Ejimakor. Of course, you know that is true. That if Kanu happens to be released today, I might not say that the insecurity will stop 100%, but there is a possibility that if Kanu is released today, that a lot of things is going to change in the southeastern part of Nigeria. A lot of things, many things are going to change in the southeastern part of Nigeria. That is what you need to understand. It might not be 100% immediately because there are a lot of bad eggs that have hijacked what is happening in the southeast. They have decided to use it as a means of income, as a means of livelihood. Insecurity has become the order of the day because the government of the day allowed it. And if you look at it, it looks as if those in the security outfit are also benefiting from the insecurity that is happening in this country, because you find out every year now, as Nigeria is, when yearly budget is being passed, you find out that the insecurity is added, and insecurity, procurement for insecurity tools to fight insurgency and the rest of them, they take almost a big percentage of the budget, the budget, the national budget. And this will tell you that, and as this allocation goes to the security outfits, it shows that somehow they are benefiting from this thing. So I think it's high time the government curb how much that is being allocated to the issue of fighting insurgency, issue of fighting insecurity, and the rest of them, and you see that this insecurity will go down. One military soldier said by name Danjuma that whatever that is happening in Nigeria today, that Akandia Menonimia, and this is coming from an insider. It's not even a novice. This is a retired military general who came out openly to speak on what is happening in this nation. Many people might not believe it because they might not even try to, work harder on that particular thing, to speak harder on it. But as it be, ndị be anyị si na o metụta imi, o megịnị, o metụta ọnụ. Those who are benefiting from the insecurity that is happening in the southeast and the nation at large, I believe that one day it is going to be their turn. Because he who tames a lion, I think that lion one day might forget, when he's hungry, might forget that this particular person is actually my owner. And the lion, what the lion will want first is just to fill its belly. And I will say, Umibe, that this is where I'll be winding down the curtain. If this is your first time of joining us on this wonderful channel, kindly go ahead, subscribe, like, comment, share, and also remember to on your notification button so that whenever our news drop, you'll be the first we'll collect them. Thank you for listening. God bless you.
The Biafra government have introduced in order to curb and fight these terrorists in our land. Believe me, we don't ask questions, and we don't have prisons. We do not have prison yard or facilities or correctional facilities. This is an official announcement that from the 30th of August, every movement of cows in the bushes are banned, completely banned. And remember that this pronouncement has never been made since the beginning of the liberation of Biafra. Even when the corrupt idiots were making their laws of the movement of cow and the terrorists and all that, which were never enforced, from the Yoruba land down to the Biafra land. Many of these fake people paraded themselves as representative of the people, has one point in time tried to ban the movement of cows, because these are terrorists who follows them. And all this while we have been observing, waiting for a moment like this, when they have attacked us, and the evidence is there. So, from the 30th of August. And I know that before 30th of August, they are going to unleash mayhem on our people. But believe me, whatever happens, know that Biafra government is equal to the tax. We will never deviate from engaging their counterpart in the uniform. From the 30th of August, we will face those terrorists in the bushes. And I promise Biafra people that under this government, we will eradicate the interstate movement of terrorists with their cows from one place to another. It is our focus. And that particular measures has been taken, considered by the government and the Biafra Defense Forces, and implementation will follow ruthlessly. So Biafra people, all you need remain the support to the government, and we thank you for the support you have given so far by making sure that you are speaking in one voice like never before. The Nigeria state are quaking and panicking. Those one Nigeria gullible, idiotic fraudsters, the internet criminals are quaking and trembling because they have seen that Biafrans are all behind the Biafra government. And it shocked them. And more of this will be coming, more of the hate will be coming, because they see that you are now coming back in unison and becoming unified. That unity is exactly what this tour is targeted at achieving. We thank you in homeland, Biafra de facto government in the homeland, who have smartly conducted and conducting the self-referendum, and we have seen over 50 million votes. Still counting, because the voting will end November 28. I want to thank you for your belief and trust in the Biafra government. The changes you crave for, the nation you are fighting for, you will enjoy it. I want you to understand that many propaganda will come, because they see Prime Minister of Biafra is standing very strong. And I am telling you all that